Rashad, why you didn't
Anyways,
hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother. Trump lit
What's up,
in it,
Rashad?
yeah.
What it do, boy?
We
Hey,
running
Rashad.
well.
For me, gotta ask. Saw Candace Parker courtside wearing a point guard shirt, and it looked like you even had some jokes with her at certain points during the game. What was it like to just have her back in the house?
I mean, we love Candace. Me and her go way back, not only just as competing against each other, having her in an Aces uniform, helping us win a championship, and just what she's meant to the game. We'll take her in our building whenever we can get her. She's a busy lady, but we're certainly happy when she rolls up and visits. I know she's just a breath of fresh air for our whole team, our whole organization when she walks into the building. So I didn't find out till right before that she was going to be there. Um, but yeah, we were talking about some stuff over there a little bit here and there.
Now I'm curious what stuff. But okay, I actually just have one more question, and it's about your rotations. You said at practice the other day that it was going to be really key for you to like be mindful of the legs and that type of thing.
Mhm.
How did that actually feel in like in action tonight?
Pretty good. I can't see the numbers right now because I don't have my glasses, but I don't think I overran anybody. It felt like everybody got a decent run. Um, I don't think anybody played over 30, but I could be lying. I can't see.
Becky, you've talked about closing out games, how this team's been able to do that. How happy are you that you guys are able to do it at home and going on to the next road trip?
Well, I think this one was just really important to finish off well. Obviously, coming out of the All-Star break, um, wanted to make sure everybody came back and we're all on the same page. And again, that constant pursuit of excellence, not perfection, but excellence. And so that's been the message. Um, just keep getting better. And so I thought, finishing the games, that's something that we focused on, something that we haven't done a lot of times, in Dallas and then a couple other games, but we got to be able to finish games. And so a big part of that is taking care of the ball. Turnovers have been an issue a lot of times in that fourth quarter. So I was pleased tonight, to only hold them to 13 points in the fourth quarter is a lot of really great work by all five, who's ever on the floor.
Talked about the bigs being kind of difficult to seal tonight. Um, Obviously, Nalissa, Megan kind of being undersized, everybody kind of being undersized, obviously going against BG. On the plays where you guys didn't get the seal or didn't get the steal on the defensive end, what did you like about how early you guys kind of were able to make them work in terms of getting to their spots?
Just the congestion and the activity. I tell them if you're going to err on the side of aggression defensively. But I thought everybody was pretty locked in. Gray got away from us a little bit, but some of hers were in transition and some miscommunications. But, I talked to him about this just being a really big post defensive game. And I was really pleased. And that involves the guards a lot of times. So it's everybody has to work and be on the same page defensively. So just a really good job of taking care of the paint. That's been a point of emphasis for us. You're not seeing as many just wide open layups as we were giving up before. So, it's progress, and we just want to keep moving in that right direction. But a lot of that is early work. Asia is masterful with her feet defensively, and I don't think she probably gets enough credit for that. But not only just guarding, um, I don't think you see some of her brilliance because her player doesn't touch the ball as much because she doesn't let them.
And on 2 or 3 separate occasions this season, whenever you bring up Dana, you say that you want aggressive Dana. She had 9 straight points early in that second quarter, 11 of her, I believe, 13 or 15 in that second quarter. Is that kind of that shift where you felt like, okay, we kind of hit the pedal in that moment?
Well, she was certainly a little spark for us. We were kind of floundering offensively at that moment. She just kind of took that 2-minute, 3-minute stretch to just take over the game. And I am constantly on her. I think she's a very skilled scorer. She's obviously super fast with the ball, but she's crafty. And I have a lot of faith in her just because we've had to try to guard her in the past and she's cooked us. So I'm like, oh, no, you're going to go out there and cook others now. So I'm always trying to amp her up, both offensively and defensively. She's a difference maker. You can feel her. Anytime, you can bring a person in off the bench and the other team feels her and has to prep for someone, you got a really good piece.
Becky, we talked about Alyssa before the game. I think if Becky Hammon had a stat column for just disruptions, you just talked about Asia, her player not touching the ball. I don't know how many times I saw Alyssa be effective tonight, but there's no stat for that.
Mm-hmm.
And what she did.
Here's the stat is the W. That's the stat. She's still learning our stuff. You know, it's Kia and Asia are so good, but they're also really great communicators. So Liz has a vault of knowledge right there. And, if she's doing something wrong, I know Kia or A is going to grab her and tell her the right way to do it. She's still learning our defensive footwork in the post because it's a little different. And she's starting to get the hang of it. Same with Meg. She's starting to get the hang with it. Meg's been here in the past, but she was out for so long. So some of that is just game reps. But I thought really all four of them did a really nice job defensively for us.
Clara Sandoval with the Laredo Morning Times. Coaches, talk about controlling the paint and the boards to really open up the game for y'all.
Yeah, I mean, that we knew they were going to be very intentional in trying to get BG and B Jones the ball. So we just wanted to be as disruptive on their post catches as possible. That's a big part of their paint. The other big part is, keeping Canada, trying to keep her in front and not bailing them out, making them make difficult twos over top of us. So I thought it was, a concerted effort. Like I said, I thought Gray was kind of the only one that got away from us a little bit, getting downhill. But overall, really good job on the people that typically do the damage in the paint.
All right, we'll go to Zoom. Nikias, if you can unmute.
Hi, Coach. I had a couple on the offense. Just one on a general note. It felt like the tempo was up in this game. Even after made baskets, there felt like there was an emphasis to get the ball up quickly and to kind of get into your offense a little faster. Did you feel that? And if so, how can that carry over to future games?
How it can carry over is just a mindset. I mean, I want to play fast. I want pace. I want tempo off makes and misses. In order for us to do that, a lot of times you just got to kick the ball ahead. The ball's the fastest thing on the floor. So getting out, running. I can't remember the last time we had some transition threes, which we had a couple tonight. So the early sprint out to the corner and then us hunting those corners is a really good sign. But it makes the defense, be spread, but also you have to guard the whole full half court. So it's really helpful when we get those runners out. So we were just really emphasizing just getting back to running those lanes, and then, playing with pace, kick aheads, cross courts, get the ball popping a little bit. But that's a mindset. That shouldn't matter on any given night. That should be a steady attribute that we have.
Got you. And in relation to the half court offense, it felt like Atlanta tossed out a lot of unders against the guards. Just in general, how did you feel about how the guards navigated that coverage?
I think we could, we started to get a hang of it a little bit in the second half. I thought when our offense did get stagnant, it was because we weren't exposing those unders. And then, there's different ways to attack the under. A lot of times it's the repick. I was happy that Jackie started pulling up. People are going to test us. They're going to make us make threes. So I kind of thought they guarded us disrespectfully, going under every time. That being said, we still have to, take a one or two dribbles extra and then sometimes even lowering the screen so that, when you come off those things, if they go under, now it's a, 15, 17 footer instead of a three every time. But Jackie got fouled a couple times on it. So I thought we did decent. I'm not going to give us an A+, but I wasn't, extremely upset with it either. It was okay.
Got you. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep.
Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother. Front leg.
What's up, Rashad?
Yeah.
What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.